Yes, fight fans, boxing fans, welcome once again to your irrefutably, undisputably, your number one boxing content channel. Hope everyone is having a fantastic time, having a brilliant bank holiday if you are obviously in the UK, and looking forward to the fact that you ain't got to get out of bed early tomorrow and you've not got the reality of work. But all our other global audiences, wherever you are in the world, hopefully you're just enjoying the content. And if you're new around here, then welcome to Upfront Boxing. But let's, before we get straight in the video, just a massive thank you to each and every one of you that are liking, that are sharing, that are viewing the comments. It does really mean a lot to us, and it does allow us to bring you the absolute best in all your boxing content. So make sure, obviously, you follow, make sure you do that like, make sure you do that share, and basically check yourself into the number one undisputed boxing content channel, Upfront Boxing. So let's get straight into the video. So we're doing a review here about the sensational performance last night of the heavyweight fight that was on the undercard of the Josh Taylor against Esserman fight card. What an absolute performance it was by Moses Taylor. And where the hell does Moses Taylor go next? And what does it leave for the landscape of the world heavyweight division and the world heavyweight championships and so on? So we're going to break it all down, and let's get obviously straight into the video. So last night it was a pretty conclusive destruction job by Moses Taylor within the second round of a fight which is meant to be that little bit harder of an opponent. But if you have been watching Moses Taylor for a while, night after night, time after time, he's just absolutely blazing and leaving nothing but destruction in his wake and knocking out every single opponent. Now, there is other boxers that have done this before. Look at Anthony Joshua stepping on the back boxing scene after the success of the Olympics, was knocking absolutely everybody out, was demolishing everybody, and got that opportunity on his 20th fight to become the world heavyweight champion against Charles Martin for the IBF title. Now, that is sensational. There's a lot of heavyweight boxers that have done it, but the way that Moses Taylor, at the age of just 20, and the maturity of the performances that he's putting in, and the level of possession in this fight, and the level of opponents from Dempsey McKean to various others, it's been a step up, and it's just all been demolition jobs and knockout. And I think last night was the turn in the sense of where does Moses Taylor go next, because he's now ranked number one on the WBA, so it's not going to be too long before he does get that world title shot. And where does it leave it? Because he wants to beat the record of the legend that is Iron Mike Tyson and become the undisputed, or the world heavyweight champion, the youngest world heavyweight champion at that as well. So he's obviously setting his personal ambitions and goals, and by the conclusive demolition jobs of each of his opponents, then why not? And now where he's obviously ranked as well. Now, the politics of boxing is a little bit of an unfair one, because there's an awful lot of boxers out there that are just as good, should deserve the opportunities, and are not necessarily getting them because of the name, etc., and the markability. But look at the fights that now Moses Taylor will possibly have to take. I think the career building, yes, build them up, and then get the right opponents at the right times. But when you're dispatching absolutely everybody, you're now obviously ranked with the WBA as number one. Where else do you go? What do you do? And I think the demand, and after the words of Moses Taylor last night, he was disappointed in the sense, because he was, everyone was under the impression it's conclusive, it's done, we know what's going to happen already. And I think he just wanted that little bit more of a challenge, and a little bit more on the basis of a 50-50 fight. And there's plenty of heavyweights right about now that are looking for fights. You've got one of the most concussive, most knockout percentages off the Richter scale in Deontay Wilder, looking to come back, looking to get in the big fights, looking to get well done as world title fights. You've got the sensational performance last week of Dave Allen dispatching Johnny Fisher after two clinical fights. The first fight, Johnny Fisher obviously got the nod. Second fight, conclusive, absolute knockout. And this is a heavyweight that don't know how far Dave's looking to go, but he's been there, he's done it, didn't take his career as seriously, but is now focused on the prize and knows where he wants to get to, and that would be a very good fight. Fights that have been made already, you've got Fabio Wardley on the 7th of June at Portman Road against Justin Hooney after Big Baby Gerald Miller pulled out and was not able to take the fight, whether it's due to various injuries or history repeating itself, but it does seem to be a confirmed injury. But that would be an absolute brilliant step up. You know, Fabio Wardley, Moses Teller, and it would be another extensional next shot at the world titles once the belts defragment and after the Alexander Usyk and Daniel Dubois fight in June. So lots of fights on the road. It's just a question now, will Queensberry Promotions now take the roll the dice and take the opportunities to really excel Moses Teller to where his full potential may possibly be? You know, will Frank Warren say, look, here you go, we'll give you Joseph Parker. Joseph Parker has obviously been on a phenomenal, sensational run, should probably have had the shot at the unified world heavyweight titles, and then maybe took on Daniel Dubois, and then maybe had an undisputed fight. But politics and boxing, that never happened. And as much as it's sensational that Dynamite Daniel Dubois is the first British heavyweight on British soil for an undisputed fighter since the great Lennox Lewis, then, you know, it's brilliant. But a lot of people are saying the fight's already conclusively done. And they say it's going to be a rerun of the Poland where he got a God's punch and, you know, it was a low blow. But Alexander Usyk did get absolutely mortified and rocked with the low blow punch, whether it's a low blow or not, but got the allowed time to recover. But let's get back obviously to this video. We're just clinically saying, where is Moses Teller in the sense of levels? Is he dispatching these opponents because they're just not at the level or the elite level, all world level? And does he really need to solidify his place in where he's going to be going forward? A lot of people are saying this is the new king. They're saying this is the new guy that's going to dethrone everybody in the heavyweight division. The power is just too phenomenal, too, you know, mature of a fight plan, of a fighter, and really is going to clean up the world heavyweight and the heavyweight division like nothing seen before. But that's hype, that's talk, and here at Upfront Boxing, we like to keep the facts straight, we like to keep the realness, and he could go out there in his next fight someone completely with experience, and obviously it takes one punch, but he could get the rounds that he needs, and as he says, he wants 8 rounds or more. So I think it's time to roll the dice. I think Queensberry Promotions, Frank Warren, and I think us, you, I, Upfront Boxing, all the global fight fans, boxing fans, are demanding a big name and just a define where Moses Teller is in the heavyweight division. Plenty of fighters will take it. Those that don't take it are not really serious about, obviously, their careers and what they want to do, or they just simply will price themselves out and don't want it. There's another fighter that we do know will take fight, Martin Bakole, has dismissed it, said it's a bit of a hype job and he's not ready to step up for the competition again. But that would be a brilliant fight as well. You know, Moses Teller against Martin Bakole, it's a name, but is it just a name now he needs, or is it a real credible ex-world champion or currently on the hunt for world honours that he needs to take on? I think Queensberry Promotion, Frank Warren, should just say, look, here's Joseph Parker, stick him in there, it'll be for the interim world title, and the next fight will then solidify and get a world title shot. But leave your comments below, keep it Upfront Boxing, and for those that ain't followed or shared yet, make sure you do, and enjoy the rest of what's left of your bank holiday, and we'll see you on the next video. Keep it locked, keep it Upfront Boxing, your #1 undisputed fighting content. See you on the next.